Ball just missed on the outer half. Denied by Jenkins. The count is 3-0, 1 out here in the final game in Madison, Alabama. Scoreless. The postseason. Kyle Smith brings it home. Strike call, 3-1. We do have replay in effect. They say in full effect for the tournament. We've had a couple of calls, one overturned, one upheld. Every pitch, the sequence, analyzed all week long. Here's the 3-1. This is ball 4, and the Braves have 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the first. So Garcia, 1 out single. Kyle Jenkins a walk, 2 on, 1 out for Brandon Rembert. Rembert, highly recognized leading into the season, injured most of the year, just trying to get his, they say, his legs back under him. Rembert, just 25 at-bats during the season. Been injured throughout the course of the year. The great opportunity here. 2 on, 1 out. Facing Kyle Smith. The pitch, Rembert, a high fly ball in the deep left center field. Well, hit's going to be caught. Garcia tagged at second. Motors into, a good strong throw from center. Wow, that's a heck of a throw by Smith. Amari Smith with a terrific throw into third. I thought for sure Garcia was going to scoot to third, but Smith had other ideas. So he stays at second. Garcia stays at second. Jenkins at first. 2 away for the first baseman, Hunter Wilson. That ball was hit pretty, I would say, fairly medium to deep depth, but a strong throw by Smith kept Garcia at second. He would have been done at third if he tried to make it there. Here's the pitch, strike call to Hunter Wilson. So the Braves had 2 on and 1 out in the first. They have 2 on and 2 out here, and Wilson behind in the count, 0-1. Scoreless game. Top 1. Final game, day 1. Here in Madison, Alabama, Toyota Field. Brand new ballpark. Here's the pitch to Wilson. This is 1-1. Ballpark newly built. This area newly built. Homes, shopping, restaurants not too far from here. Just outside of Huntsville, probably 5 minutes off the main thoroughfare, University Drive, not too far from Alabama A&M, 15 minutes away. Scoreless for the Braves here in the top of the first. The pitch. This is outside. The count is 2-1. Darius Colley, the shortstop, on deck. The Braves have to make the routine plays on defense. That's what's been hurting this team all year. Here's the 2-1. Hunter Wilson swing and a miss. Foul tip. Catcher held it 2-2. Tyler Gordon behind the plate. Alex Martinez at first. Andrew Garcia at second. Zach Trevino at short for the Panthers. And the third baseman is Benjamin Ibarra. 2-2 the count to Wilson. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Way out in front. Side retired. 2 strikeouts for Kyle Smith. The Braves at 2 on, 1 out. Left them both stranded. We step aside as the Braves come up on defense, and Jose Fernandez gets the ball here. We'll take a break. We'll give you the Panthers lineup when we return from Madison, Alabama, Toyota Field. Scoreless. Back in a minute. This is Alcorn Braves baseball.
What do I cherish? Precious moments watching Dad read to my little Eric. That's why I'm so grateful I insisted on an eye exam when I noticed him struggling with the words on the page. We found out Dad has age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. Luckily, the doctor caught it in time for treatment, so Dad can still read. Protect yourself and your loved ones. Call the Foundation Fighting Blindness today at 1-800-254-6552 for a free packet on preventing and managing AMD. That's 1-800-254-6552.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Braves had a good opportunity in the first to send an early message. Had 2 on and 1 out. Brandon Rimbert flied to center. Hunter Wilson struck out to end the top of the first. Panthers come up in the bottom of the first inning. Here is their lineup. Damari Smith will lead it off, followed by Xavier Jefferson. Benjamin Ibarra will hit third, followed by Alex Martinez. Braden Johnson will hit fifth, followed by Sebastian Correa. Andrew Garcia will hit seventh. Zach Trevino will hit eighth. And Tyler Gordon will hit ninth. Smith, Jefferson, Ibarra, Martinez, Johnson, Sebastian Correa, Garcia, Trevino, Tyler Gordon. That's the lineup for the Panthers. The Braves left 2 on in the first inning. And now Damari Smith stands in, the center fielder. Pitch from Jose Fernandez, misses ball 1. We're underway. Jose Fernandez, just 1 win during the season, but an earned run average of 270. Third best ERA in the conference, and did not get selected to the all-conference team. I think that's a grave disservice. You ask me. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Count is 2-1 to Smith. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless. Here's the 2-1. Strike called. Nibble the outside corner. Count is even 2-2. Damari Smith hit .306 during the season with 15 runs batted in. The 2-2. Chopper back to Fernandez. Toss to first is there. 1-3 if you're scoring at home. Base is empty, 1 out. Going to bring up the right fielder, Xavier Jefferson. Hit .329 with 6 runs batted in during the course of the season. Xavier Jefferson, the 5'10 senior from Southfield, Michigan. The lefty versus the lefty Fernandez. Drag bunt. Wilson fields, and Garcia did not get there in time to cover. A drag bunt past Fernandez. Hunter Wilson got there, but Garcia late in covering the bag. So a bunt single for Jefferson. The play you execute all year. First baseman coming in, got to give himself up. Second baseman's got to cover that play, and Garcia was late in covering. So a bunt single, and Benjamin Ibarra stands in for Prairie View. Pitch strike call, where he's looking for a double play. Ibarra at .385 during the season, in limited action, just 39 at bats, 11 runs batted in. 1 on, 1 out for the Panthers. Their first base runner in the scoreless game, bottom 1. Fernandez brings it home, off speed, high and outside. The Braves defensively is Kyle Jenkins behind the plate. Hunter Wilson at first. Tristan Garcia at short. Jarius Colley at shortstop for the Braves. Tristan Garcia at second. Here's a 1-hopper to third. The throw across is there as the runner was going. Quickly 2 away. So Ibarra grounds out to third. Tyler Daniels. So let's see that infield again with Hunter Wilson at first, Tristan Garcia at second, Jarius Colley at short, Tyler Daniels at third. In the outfield, Khalil Smith in center, Tyler Smith in left. There's the pitch, fly ball, foul. The right fielder, Jamil Bentoncourt. Remember the DH. 2 out, runner at second. Braves had 2 on and 1 out, left them stranded. Panthers have a 2-out base runner, but this inning is about to come to an end as the Panthers had a runner at second, 2 out, and Martinez grounds to Colley. The side is retired. We will take a break here. One complete. Scoreless. The Braves stranded 2 in the first. The Panthers stranded 1 in the first. Braves come up top 2 scoreless with 5, 6, and 7 coming up. Check that 6, 7, and 8. Collie, Khalil Smith, Tyler Smith coming up after this 1-minute timeout. This is Braves Baseball.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan. We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Visit beready.iowa.gov. Brought to you by Ready Iowa, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
Peekaboo, peekaboo, smile.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Glad you can join us here at 91.7 WPRL and WPRL.org on this Wednesday, Day 1, Game 4 of the 2021 SWAC Baseball Tournament here at Toyota Field in Madison, Alabama, outside of Huntsville, where we've had an upset. The number 3 seed in the West, Southern, beat Bama State, the 2 seed in the East, 3-0. A fly ball foul off the bat of Collie. We are underway here in the top of the second inning. Collie had been banged up late as well. As many as a half a dozen players were injured at one point in time, in which the Braves were really thin roster-wise, playing players out of position. Here's the pitch from Smith. Collie jammed and fouled it off. Collie had a pretty good stretch at short. Collie hit 204 during the season, 54 at-bats with a home run and 11 runs batted in. Top 2 scoreless. Kyle Smith, the righty, gets the sign, brings it home. Check swing. They check it first. He did not go around. A boisterous crowd from Prairie View making the long ride. Prairie View and Texas Southern, long bus rides for both of those teams here. It was about a 6-hour ride to Jackson. That's where the tournament was originally scheduled. Moved here. Here's the pitch. Off speed, just missed. We were told that Jackson is still in the loop to host future baseball tournament, but the facility, Smith Wheels, didn't quite meet the SWAC standards. Here we are. Here's the pitch inside. Good at bat for Collie. Was behind in the count and drew a walk. Second walk issued by Kyle Smith. Well, Khalil Smith, the center fielder, stands in for the Braves. Been banged up, but back in the lineup. The Braves hadn't played in almost 3 weeks. Good and bad. Brett Richardson said on the show last night he would like to have got some games in, kind of mix it up a little. But then on the flip side of it, trying to get guys healthy. Smith hit 160 during the year with a home run and 10 runs batted in. Here's the pitch to Smith inside, ball 1. The outfield, Maury Smith in center, Xavier Jefferson in right. Braylon Johnson in left for the Panthers. Leadoff man is on for Alcorn. Runner not going. He was hit. Smith was hit. In the previous game, Jackson State pitcher hit 6 CSU batters. Khalil Smith hit by a pitch as well. Brett Richardson coming out and checking on him. I'm sure Brett Richardson is saying, we don't need any more of this. Don't need more guys going down, and Khalil Smith is okay. So Tyler Smith stands in as the Braves have runners on at first and second, nobody out. Another opportunity for the Braves. They had 2 on, 1 out in the first, couldn't bring them home. 2 on, none out here in the second. Tyler Smith, throughout his career, has been a pitcher, middle long relief. This year, due to the lack of arms, was moved into the outfield. He's solid in left field. In 178 during the year, he's sacrificing himself as a throw to first, and he's out at second. And now they're going to huddle up. They might look at this. So the initial call is that he's out as Collie, according to the call, picked off. Now they're going to talk it over to see if it's worth a review. If it's not, they will call him out. If it is, they will head to the monitor and look at it via replay, and there's got to be overturning evidence to overturn it. I think they're going to look at it. Yes, they will. So this play is under review as Brett Richardson contests the call of Collie getting picked off second base. Just can't get picked off second base. We've seen a runner already today picked off first. Can't get picked off second. So they're going to take a look at it to see. Again, there has to be overwhelming evidence to overturn the call. We saw in the last game in which there wasn't enough evidence to overturn a call and the call on the field stood. Now the question is here, is there enough evidence to overturn the call? Now, I've been on the SWAC Digital Network calls all day, and there is a monitor for them to look at, and they're going to look at it from several angles. Behind home plate, and for this angle, it's probably going to be behind home plate, zooming in right in on the bag at second to see if there's anything there to overturn the call. But the initial call on the field is Collie is out at second. Brett Richardson contests it, standing in front of his team's dugout, arms folded, and we'll see upon further review if the call stands or will it be overturned. We have had an overturn as well, an interference in the previous game with Texas Southern and Jackson State where the catcher for JSU was impeding, didn't have the ball and was standing in the base path. Call was overturned there. For Braves fans, let's hope this call is overturned. Initial call is out at second, Collie. So they're taking a look at it. All right, they've taken off the headset. The review is done, and the ruling is they're going to point at second, and he is out. So all you can do is have them look at it. So Collie picked off second base. Those are the little things that's been hurting us right there. First and second, nobody out, got some momentum going. Now, Tyler Smith has to keep the inning alive. 1 out, runner at first. The pitch. This is outside. Not to say that Kyle Smith so far has had great stuff. We've had chances. Just can't seem to cash in. We just had a runner picked off second base. 1-0 the count. Scoreless, top 2. Here's the 1-0. There's a slicer foul down the right side. You can catch all the games online on the SWAC Digital Network. You've got a YouTube channel, and understand it's been thousands of hits and views going back to the softball tournament last week, including today. On SWAC.org for the latest information, stats, SWAC's YouTube channel. Here's the pitch, strike call on the outside corner. Tyler Smith didn't like that call. And the count is 1-2, 1 out. The 4 versus the 1. 4 seed in the East, 1 versus the 1 seed in the West. Scoreless. 1 on, 1 out. Smith gets the sign from Gordon. Runner going, swing and a miss, and the throw is high, and a stolen base by Khalil Smith. Well, Tyler Smith strikes out. And now we're going to have an out there, and apparently it might have either interference or running out of the base path. And Brett Richardson is going to come out and get an explanation there. Tell me this is the second base runner that the Braves have lost. And the Braves just ran themselves out of this inning. And he mildly argues it, but has lost the argument. The Braves lose 2 runners on the bases. He had a walk, a batter hit. Runner picked off second. Runner thrown out, and nobody left. We'll take a break here. Scoreless. Take a timeout. Bottom of the lineup coming up for the Braves in the third. The Panthers will have 5, 6, and 7 coming up here in the bottom of the second. We'll be back in a minute. This is Braves Baseball.
Welcome to the national park near you. 444 miles of history and nature. Enjoy a relaxing drive, a picnic, and learn some exciting history. The Natchez Trace 11-foot travel lanes were designed for leisure motoring. The Natchez Trace is one of the top bicycle routes in the United States. When cycling or motorcycling, be safe and be seen. A Sunday drive any day of the week. The Natchez Trace Parkway, the national park near you.
Sponsored by Natchez Trace Cycling, aired by the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters and this station.
One can control the weather. The Southwest Electric is ready to respond when a storm strikes. Southwest Electric has dispatchers working and linemen on call 24/7 to respond to outages. Our men are sent out to repair damage and get the lights back on just as soon as it is safe to go out. You can report outages by calling 800-287-8564 or logging on to SmartHub. Southwest Electric, serving our cooperative members for over 80 years.
An equal opportunity provider and employer.
Brayton Johnson, a fly ball to center, caught by Khalil Smith, 1 out. We got some clarification on just what just happened to end the inning. It was a swing and a miss by Tyler Smith. He was called for batter interference. And because Khalil Smith was going, he's automatically out as well. So that's how the inning ended. Tyler Smith on the swing and a miss, a batter's interference, impeding with the catcher throwing it across, and because Khalil Smith was going, he's out as well. So that's how the inning ended. And on that play with Colley picked off, we were also told by Mr. Fagan, the director of umpires, who's going to come over and talk and at least give us some clarification, that there was really nothing there to overturn the call on the field, which was he was out at second. Remember, the call on the field is there, and you got to have indisputable evidence to overturn it. They looked at a couple of angles. There was nothing there to overturn it. So the Braves lost, really, 2 runners on the bases in that inning. They had a pick off at second, Tyler Smith on the batter's interference, and the runners out at second. If Smith had not been running, he still would have been at second with 2 out. I'm sorry, at first with 2 out. He was not running. Here's a fly ball here down the right side. Bittencourt off the line, calls it in. I'll tell you what, despite all that, Jose Fernandez plowing through. Well, Garcia stands in. Andrew Garcia, their leading hitter, 333 during the season. Home run and 15 runs batted in. The pitch to Garcia, swing and a miss. Well, the Braves definitely have had the better of the opportunity so far in this game. Fernandez trying to set him down 1-2-3. Next pitch in for a strike. The count is 1-1. Bottom 2 scoreless. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to first, Hunter Wilson. Underhand toss to Fernandez, and the side is retired. So that's 5 in a row set down by Fernandez. And quickly, we're done with 2 scoreless. The Braves got to cash in and cut down on the mistakes. We'll take a break here. When we come back, 9-1-2, Bittencourt will lead it off, followed by the top of the order, Tyler Daniels and Tristan Garcia. We'll be back from Madison, Alabama Toyota Field Scoreless in the final game of day one. We'll be back after this timeout. This is Braves Baseball.
Considering an online pharmacy? Explore BeSafeRx to find useful information and resources to help you purchase medicine safely online. A safe online pharmacy requires a doctor's prescription, has an address in the United States, has a licensed pharmacist, and is licensed by a state pharmacy board. It's best to stay away from online pharmacies that don't meet these criteria. Discover more helpful tips and resources at BeSafeRx. Go to fda.gov/BeSafeRx.
One can control the weather. The Southwest Electric is ready to respond when a storm strikes. Southwest Electric has dispatchers working and linemen on call 24/7 to respond to outages. Our men are sent out to repair damage and get the lights back on just as soon as it is safe to go out. You can report outages by calling 800-287-8564 or logging on to SmartHub. Southwest Electric, serving our cooperative members for over 80 years.
An equal opportunity provider and employer.
Top of the third inning. We're underway. Neil Bittencourt stands in. 9-1-2. Bittencourt in the top of the lineup. Tyler Daniels and Tristan Garcia. Bittencourt at 193 during the season with a home run. 2 runs batted in. This pitch foul off to the right. I wonder are his parents here. They've been at every game the last month. Home and away. A little tent. I'll guess and say that they're here. I talked to Mr. Bittencourt. He said he'll be at every game down the stretch. And he's been right. 0-2 the count to Bittencourt. Scoreless top 3. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. Catcher held it. Back-to-back Ks. And that is 4 for Smith. Top of the lineup, Tyler Daniels stands in. Last game of day one. Some pretty good games, actually. Grambling beat A&M 8-1, but it was 1-1 going into the 6th inning. Southern beat Bama State. Daniels, a ground ball. Base hit right center field. Daniels makes the turn. Well, pops out of his back pocket. Daniels, a 1-out single. The right center. All right, again, the Braves with base runners. 1-out single by Daniels. Tristan Garcia stands in. Garcia at the plate for the Braves. Garcia had a single last time up. Didn't keep the inning going. Daniels, short lead off first. Not going. Garcia, high fly ball in the deep left center field. This ball's well hit. Wind holding it up. Caught in center. And Amari Smith. 2 away. Kyle Jenkins stands in. Drew a walk his last time up. Southern beat Bama State 3-0. Then Jackson State beat Texas Southern 7-4. So the matchups tomorrow at 9 a.m. It's Alabama A&M and Texas Southern, our first elimination game. At noon, we'll have game 2. And our second losers game, Bama State lost to Southern, will take on the loser of this game. At 6 o'clock, Southern will take on the winner of this game. There's the pitch, swing and a miss. A lot of folks talking about the Jaguars' big win, keeping Bama State off balance. And had a pretty good pitcher that at one point set down like 16 in a row. The pitching by Southern. This is a SWAC tournament. It's what it's all about. The records don't matter. Bama State a little short-handed, just 3-0. But you survive and you live to see another game, and that's exactly what Southern did. Bama State's in the losers bracket, the number 2 seed in the East. One and two the count to Jenkins. 2 out. Runner at first. Daniels going, pitches outside, a stolen base for Daniels. All right, so the Braves again an opportunity. Last inning, Collie picked off second. Here in the third, Daniels is at second. Count is 2-2. Kyle Jenkins got to find a hole, got to find a way. Top three, scoreless. Kyle Smith brings it home. Just missed. Good eye, as they say, by Smith. Laid off of a good pitch, borderline. Count is full 3-2, and Daniels will be taken off here. Jenkins steps out of just his batting glove, just his sleeve on his left elbow, digs in, tightens up his helmet. In the batter's box, full count 3-2. Smith gets the sign from Gordon. At the belt. The 3-2. Call. Third strike. Jenkins can't believe it. He may have been fooled. Side is retired. That's the fifth strikeout by Smith. A hit, a stolen base, one left. The Braves have stranded 3. Home half of the third inning coming up. 8-9-1. Savino, Gordon, top of the lineup. Due up for the Panthers. Scoreless. We're going to talk with Andrew Roberts, the communications director, coming up here in the fourth inning. He's been busy. Busy man. We'll talk to him coming up in the next half inning. Coming up here. After this timeout, the Braves in the bottom of the third inning. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Alcorn Braves Baseball.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threat. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard. Aired by the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Have you noticed lately how empty everything is? Empty streets, empty stores, empty schools. But I'm trying to change these empty times by being full of gratitude. Gratitude means saying thanks to the garbage collectors, the medical providers, and all those who are helping every day. Things may appear empty around us, but when we're filled with gratitude, nothing is completely empty inside us. Gratitude is in you. From PassItOn.com.
My part-time service...
All right, here we are in the bottom of the third inning. Zach Trevino, Tyler Gordon, top of the lineup with Damari Smith, 8-9-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Scoreless. Here's a shot in the left field. Tyler Smith is there. One away. We are joined at the other microphone by Andrew Roberts, Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC Media. But the title... I'm not good with titles, Andrew. Is what?
Assistant Commissioner for Media Relations.
Assistant Commissioner for Media Relations. Assistant Commissioner for Media Relations. All right, gotcha. Glad you can join us here as we are in the home half of the third inning. So talk a little bit, Andrew, how busy things have been around here. I mean, you are running around. It's like a deer in headlights, getting stuff set up at all these championships, but we all work together to get the job done.
Absolutely, Charles. And, it's been a very busy spring, fall sports in the spring, but in talking with our commissioner and really just our entire staff in the office, obviously back.
Yeah, here's a shot, right center field, a base hit. And one out single for Gordon. You and I were talking earlier, like this time last year, it was just kind of dull and boring. I mean, just no sports and just trying to figure out what to do with do with yourself. What did you do during that time 12 months ago?
A lot of thinking.
Thinking about?
About how much I missed being at ball games and covering sports. I mean, much like Charles, you get accustomed to being at football and spring practice, fall football, so it was different.
There's a bunt attempt foul. Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is different. There's no question about that. We're talking with Andrew Roberts. Been busy with spring football. How busy was that? You know, you right in the middle of basketball and then football cranking up the second week in February.
You know, it was a very interesting, unique experience for the conference because of the amount of exposure via the spring games being broadcasted on ESPN. Had a couple of the main channel on ESPN as well as some games put on E2. So it was a really amazing spring for us. I think we really got into some homes maybe wouldn't get into in the fall, just with all the sports and all the football teams competing at the same time. So a unique opportunity really to showcase our brand of football to the nation.
As a swing and a miss, and we got a stolen base by Gordon. So an SC there, and the count is 2-1. Top of the lineup, Damari Smith. Well, of course, the big story, and what's been talked about on social media, and I don't know how much you follow it, obviously with Coach Sanders coming in at Jackson State, game flex to the main ESPN and all of that. In your opinion, did that have anything to do with it, or just the fact that it was the spring football, it was a swing and a miss, the wild pitch, and a strikeout? The runner tried to get to third, no throw from Hunter Wilson as Gordon gets to third. But just, with that happening, the games flexed from 3 to ESPN. We had a couple of those games involving Jackson State, of course. Did that have an impact, or just the fact that there were some holes there in the schedule to allow for that programming to take place and move to Channel 206 and DirecTV, the main ESPN?
I think obviously any time that you bring in a football mind caliber of a Coach Jackson State, such an illustrious professional, I think that would garner some interest from obviously don't follow SWAC football, but I think we're winners all the way around. I mean, you look at some of our student athletes showcase their skill set, on that main channel.
There's a ground ball to Hunter Wilson, and the side is retired. So despite the one-out work, Gordon is stranded. So both pitchers dodging around a bunch of stuff, and we're a third of the way through. Panthers strand their second runner, so the Panthers are stranded 2, and the Braves are stranded 3, and the Braves will come up in the fourth inning with Brandon Rembert, Hunter Wilson, and Darius Colley. We're going to keep it right here with Andrew Roberts. It's been a great experience, and I had a chance to really sit down and watch the ESPN games. And even with the announcement just a few days ago, the new ESPN deal that involves the SWAC MEAC Challenge Celebration Bowl, just hot off the presses, just a couple of days old. Talk about that and kind of break it down for us, what this ESPN contract means, how long, just kind of go into particulars there.
Charles, it's significant for a number of reasons, but obviously visibility provides our conference the exposure, the opportunity it gives us to showcase our brand of football with all the pageantry on band, all of it. Football, what it is. It's great, and ESPN has been a valued partner. They have to forefront their efforts and be more partner in the operation.
What do you say to people? And I have this argument, and it's out there on social media as well, that we should not only just have ESPN be a part of the SWAC broadcast platform, but other networks kind of get a piece of the pie where every Saturday a SWAC game of the week is on some network other than ESPN. And I know they are the big dogs, if you will. They're going to be the main platform for the SEC in 2024 or 23, I believe. But what do you say to those that say spread the love a little bit to other networks? We're on BET forever and a day. You got Fox. You got other networks that kind of want a piece of it as well. What do you say to that?
I would say that those definitely have the right charge. But just looking at all avenues of operations for conference ways to continue to expand our brand.
Yeah, there's a ground ball off the bat of Rember to third, and the throw across is there. One away. We're talking with Andrew Roberts, who's a busy man these days, obviously, dealing with all these sports. And, when you and I were talking earlier, and you all were doing a great job. I mean, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago when we were at these championships and you're looking at people with black shirts on, you're thinking it's 15, 20, 30 people working the SWAC office. As Hunter Wilson has shot in the hole, they had to shift on. There's a throw across, and it's there for the second out. They had to shift on, and that ball's almost in left center. Shortstop got there. Hunter Wilson thrown out there quickly, 2 away, and that's 4 in a row. But just give people a sense how many people work in the SWAC office.
Day-to-day full-time, currently 8 full-time staff
8.
members.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it.
And one of the things the commissioner is always most qualified. We have a very all in.
Here's a ground ball to short, bang play there as Collie tried to slide into first, hand first, and the side is retired. That's 5 in a row set down by Smith. We're going to take a break here. Andrew Roberts will keep him over a little while longer, just breaking it down for us what we can expect after this championship. Spring meetings coming up, SWAC Football Media Day, a lot to unpack. We'll try to get to it. On the other side of this timeout, a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves, and Fernandez back out there for this 4th inning with Jefferson, Ibarra, and Martinez coming up after this 1-minute timeout. Scoreless. It's Alcorn Braves baseball.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Smile.
Smile, buddy.
Come on. Smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah. Maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are.
Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt.
Maybe he's just tired.
Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much.
Maybe he's not ticklish.
You think maybe he's scared of the dog?
Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs or see a doctor today for an autism screening. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better. And it can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
All right, welcome back. We are live here in Madison, Alabama, outside of Huntsville Toyota Field. Scoreless game. The line scored the same, 0-2-0 for both teams. The Braves have left 3. Prairie View has left 2. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And here's a ground ball bobbled by Collie at short. E6. The Braves have lost 2 runners on the bases. And an error right there, just a ground ball. 6. Panthers have the leadoff man on. We hurt ourselves, and Fernandez has done a nice job here pitching around some tough situations. And Alex Martinez fouls it off. We're talking with Andrew Roberts of the Southwestern Athletic Conference media, and I guess the SID's version of the SWAC. Dealing with all the stats and numbers. It has been, as you said, glad to be kind of back in a semblance of normal. The fly ball down the right side, it's going to land out of play. So, obviously, last week the softball tournament in Gulfport, our first time there. Baseball tournament here, you guys have kind of had to pivot a little bit, We've been in, softball's been in Irondale, Alabama, on the campus of Bama State, and now Gulfport. Baseball's been in New Orleans for a while, Southern University, and now here at Madison. Originally supposed to be in Jackson. So, having to pivot, here's a base hit, and a pivot there off the bat of Martinez, and Prairie View now all of a sudden it's 2 on and none out. So you look at what you've had to do over the last couple of weeks. I'm sure, from the end of March all the way with the bowling and track and field, you guys are moving over the last 6 weeks, right? Volleyball, we did the volleyball thing. Well, actually we didn't because of due to COVID-19 issues with UAPB. Jackson State won the championship there, but you all been moving here the last 6, 7, 8 weeks.
We have, Charles, and a lot of it, you mentioned the size of the staff.
There's a stolen base attempt, an E2, a runner scores, and the Panthers with the lead. A double steal, and a run is in. One of the mistakes that the Braves talked about at the top. Just fundamental mistakes. Routine bobble is short. Ball thrown away at third. Like a good throw by Jenkins. Daniels couldn't handle it. Prairie View with the lead. Runner at third. This pitch strike called. But it's just been a lot going on.
It has, and you mentioned the size and the unique size of the staff, but obviously no conference without such as trusted our broadcast. Mentioned softball. We had more views in history. 30,000 ball. Unique set of circumstances. Obviously.
Pitch miss. Strike calling outside corner. Yeah, just talk about the number of views there with the SWAC Digital Network on YouTube. In the softball tournament last week, it was despite falling behind due to weather, got caught up. A lot of interest.
A lot of interest and really exciting games. Talk about it tournament. A lot of parity in their softball program. All of those games, I think, maybe 1 or 2 really games. I think it shows with the attention. Obviously, anytime that you're able to bring type of exposure program, those things, that's always your hat.
Well, we have a batter hit here. And Prairie View, Victoria hit by a pitch. Panthers with a 1-0 lead. Runners on at first and third, 1 out. Andrew Garcia grounded out his last time up, and Brett Richardson is going to contend whether he was hit or whether he was not hit. Did it bounce and hit him, or did it hit him straight up? So they're going to talk about it. They might look at this here. I think what replay could come in handy. I'm trying to remember, did we have replay? No, we did not have replay 2 years ago, did we?
No. First. When you look at the nature of the competition, you want to be
well, they discussed it, don't look at it, and they ruled that he was hit. So, again, the process, they're going to talk about it collectively as a group, and if no one really knows or we're sure, then that's when you go to the monitor. Obviously, the HVP stands, and at the plate is Garcia. So first and third, 1 out. Panthers with a 1-0 lead. A lot of action, but just a 1-0 lead for the Panthers. The Braves love a double play to get out of this inning. Jose Fernandez brings it home. Pops up down the left side. It's going to slice foul and out of play. So with the instant replay system, that'll tighten things up. Obviously, we've had some pretty good games here today. We've had an upset. And last week, the softball tournament, our team knocked off 2 number 1s. here in baseball, the number 2 seed in the East going down. This pitch called, third strike, and Garcia caught looking from Fernandez. And every coach, baseball and softball, has said to me, come the postseason, all bets are off. What you did in the regular season doesn't matter. We saw it last week in softball. We're seeing it here.
And you hit the nail on the head. I mean, regular season is regular season, right? But what do you do in the postseason? What really excited? NCAA tournament first on the so really excited to have. Obviously, you alluded to postseason play. Alcorn there in softball, marching there. You know,
pitch fastball high and outside. Count is 1-1. To Trevino, the number 8 hitter. 1-0. The Panthers with the lead. And it's the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch from Fernandez, strike called. Good pitch. Well, after this tournament, you got the regionals. Obviously, Bama State playing at Tuscaloosa in the Alabama regional. They'll play on Friday. Baseball regional. Some of the reports have kind of had Jackson State already slated to win this thing, even though it's yet to be determined. This pitch is low, and the runner will take second on the wild pitch. Playing at Mississippi State's regional, that could change. Obviously, Jackson State got a test in the last game against Texas Southern, won that game. So, what are you looking at in terms of the regionals? Do you all go to the regionals, softball, baseball? Do you all go to those?
It's largely predicated on the ability to get there, obviously, where the regional is at. And most of them, obviously, are set in locations that are accessible. So we've made an attempt to always have a conference director on site for those. So looking forward to it. I mean, we've had some heavily contested games. We've had baseball teams that have won in the NCAA tournament. So, and softball teams that have been right there. So looking forward to that, and we'll sit down and ready for media.
Yeah. Football Media Day in person. And 2 years ago, we were looking at having a big 100-year celebration of the SWAC in Atlanta. Of course, COVID-19 wiped all that out, and the commissioner said that's still trying to crank that up. Where is that, by the way? That's going to be held at a later date, maybe Celebration Bowl, tying that together?
I think that the discussions up to this point have looked at the Celebration Bowl as an opportunity per se, where we can get an opportunity to recognize, obviously, the 100-year of our country, something to celebrate. So much rich history from all 10 members and legacies that are just going to continue to grow, obviously, with the addition of Florida and Clifton and Florida A&M. So we're looking at not only celebrating 100 years, but turning that page to the next 100.
Yeah, we'll get into the Bethune and Florida A&M joining the conference, but good to have SWAC Football Media Day back in person. It's going to be a lot of discussion with Cornell Maynor, head coach of A&M, probably have the championship trophy. You got Dion, you got the Braves going to the West, you got Bethune and Florida A&M. Willie Simmons will be back, so I'm looking forward to that here. I'm already kind of salivating over how interesting Media Day and Radio Row will be. Do I need to put in my request right now? Two months out? Do I need to reserve my seat? Here's a high fly ball deep left center field. This ball's well hit. The wind's going to hold it up, and it's going to be caught. Wow, Khalil Smith gave that one a ride to deep left field. The wind held it up, and Braylon Johnson hauled it in, one away. But, yeah, I mean, already you can kind of anticipate a lot of podcasters, a lot of talk shows. We'll be there wall-to-wall coverage, a lot of TV folks, a lot of interviews. Is the Marriott Grandview Parkway going to be able to hold everything, or we're going to need to get the hotel next door as a spillover?
Well, to answer your one question, you've got a slot right there on the you paid your dues, Charles, and you heard me ask you the question earlier, how long you was blown away by them calling. Will be the plan is to be at the West.
The West, okay.
Location. Might need to look at a different ballroom there because I'm sure it's going to be a few extra attendees.
So not the Marriott Grandview Parkway, the Westin, okay.
Westin.
All right.
We'll fortunately, that property is there right adjacent to the heritage. So if there's a space issue or concern, just by the amount of attendees, we're larger.
Yeah, I guarantee there will be more people there. You know, it used to be the radio row. I was the only one there. It was kind of lonely, kind of dull, other than the coaches coming by. But now you got a whole bunch of podcasters, talk shows. Inside HBC's Dr. Cavill. We're going to be fighting for space over there. I mean, which is a good thing. I mean, I've been waiting for that, and you know, I would love for Radio Row to be full. I'm sure it will be, as Tyler Smith fouled it off. But it will be an exciting time there. And then spring meetings coming up. When is that?
The spring meetings will take place in June, middle part of June. I think they're still confirming indications up to this point. I think should COVID. But you know, it'll be an interesting time. You know, again with student new edition at the table with our current team, it'll upset the operating protocol.
And officially, those two will join the conference July 1. Officially, you know, they'll be at the meeting coming up in June. The official transfer from those schools to the SWAC will be July 1.
Right, and before Dr. Cable jumps on me if I misspeak, I do believe that they'll be participating. I know we've had some other discussions today up to this point, but officially, July 1, we'll turn a new page.
It'll be fun. Baseball, Florida A&M and Bethune have been really, really good. Football's going to be exciting. Those two teams joining the East, and Alabama A&M obviously winning that, and Braves moving to the West. That's going to be exciting. I was talking with our coach, Brett Richardson, about that. There's a pitch high and inside, ball one. The Betancourt. Talking with our coach about, you know, going to the West and trips to Houston, Pine Bluff, Southern close by, Grambling close by. But it's going to be interesting for sure. Here's the pitch from Smith. The ground ball is short. Bobo picked up, throws close and out. Side is retired. Well, finally, Andrew Roberts, obviously a busy time, and this is what it's all about. Glad to be back to some sense of normalcy. If we do what we need to do, we'll continue on to where we're going to have full stadiums again, and hopefully we can get to that if we keep plowing ahead.
Hopefully, Charles, and just exciting time Southwestern. So much going on. Sponsorship. Joining. Obviously, all the buzz, excitement. I think it's going to be an exciting and really, really looking back what we just sold out. That's for next. I think that will only continue to transpire. Track currently on. Looking forward to really.
I was on the TV show, The Sports Zone, a few weeks ago, and all the years I've been in this league, over 30 years, this last few months, 6 months, has been more storylines, more news, more drama. Yeah, I said drama. Than I can remember, but that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's good that we're talking about this stuff. It gets people turned up.
Gets them excited. You know, it definitely gets them excited. Gets people talking.
Yeah.
And whenever you can look on our social media, which I do quite frequently, obviously handling 3 of the accounts, to see the amount of impressions that we're getting that are getting into the hundreds of thousands of conversations. SWAC is
Prairie View coming up finally with the new deal, the TV deal, the SWAC-MEAC Challenge. They're going to be on First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, so that's going to even add more debate to things. The ground ball to Daniels at third. Throw across is there. Hunter Wilson got thrown off the bag but toted. One away. So that's going to add a lot to it in Atlanta. We started Atlanta, and already week one, you got Alcorn, North Carolina Central. You got Jackson State and Orange Blossom Classic against Florida A&M. Not only is that not a classic game, not only is that's a division game wrapped in a classic. So that could be a classic in more ways than one, right off the bat.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, but actually 0. So there won't be many games on that first week of the MEAC WAC calendar. Will be obviously broadcast on ESPN, so you get more eyeballs there in that early.
Can I split myself? Can I be in Atlanta and in Miami and South Beach? That's going to be. I mean, that's going to be a fun game right off the bat. Willie Simmons and Deion Sanders going head to head. Boy, just talk about how that's going to be. I'm just excited thinking about all that. Well, Andrew Roberts, we appreciate you coming on with us. A lot of good stuff. We'll be talking to you on Media Day at the Westin. Talking with a friend a couple of weeks ago, we were assuming the Sheraton, Grandview Parkway, the Marriott, I'm sorry, because that's where it's been, but we expanded to the Westin. There's a fly ball down the right side, and Betancourt hauls it in. We appreciate you coming on.
Charles, thank you for having me.
Andrew Roberts joining us. Stays busy, for sure. Despite a lot of action by the Panthers, it's just a 1-0 game. Xavier Jefferson standing in. This pitch misses ball 1. From Jose Fernandez, giving up a run on 3 hits so far. Braves have committed 2 errors. That is the difference right now. We've lost a couple of runners on the bases, made a couple of errors. That's the story. There's a pitch, strike call. Good pitch from Fernandez. He's doing his part. Count is 1-2, 2 outs to the number 2 hitter, Jefferson. Here's the 1-2, check swing. Remember, SWAC Football Media Day will have wall-to-wall coverage in July 20th, at the Westin in Birmingham, Alabama. It'll be a lot of fun with all the new coaches. Good friend Willie Simmons, who was, of course, at Alcorn as offensive coordinator. That's just to go to Prairie View as the head coach, and now Florida A&M. He'll be back in the conference soon. We got Cornell Maynor, WAC champion Alabama A&M Bulldogs. Here's the pitch. Call, third strike. Side is retired. And we have played 5. The Braves are down 1-0. This very much is a ball game. Got to get some runners on base. Got to get them home. Braves are down 1-0. Top 6 coming up. Top of the lineup coming up for the Braves after this timeout. This is Alcorn Braves baseball.
Alcorn State University and the Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The trademark and licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's long-standing reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark licenses. Campus organizations that want university identifying marks on their internal use products must hire licensed vendors to produce these items. To learn more about the licensing and trademark requirements, visit www.alcorn.edu/trademark and licensing administration.
All right, welcome back. We have top of the 6th inning. Tyler Daniels will lead it off. Pitcher Kyle Smith has set down 8 in a row. Got to get something going here. Down 1-0, but kind of get some sort of rhythm going offensively. The pitch to Daniels. Strike called again. Andrew Roberts, we appreciate him joining us There's a SWAC football media day. Been a change of venue to the Westin Birmingham, not the Marriott Grandview Parkway, where it's been for a few years. Enjoyed that venue, the quaintness of it. But more teams, more interest, bigger venue. Count is 0-2. The pitch. Fastball high. Again, want to commend the SWAC office. You see and you attended some of these championships and events that SWAC puts on. And again, as I mentioned, here's the 0-2, just missed. You would think that there's a bunch of folks that are part of the SWAC. There are a lot of volunteers in certain instances, but full-time staff is 7 people in the SWAC office. Here's the next pitch. Call. Third strike. They do a really good job. Kind of feel like there's more than that just based on how everybody's spread out. 1 away. Mr. Garcia stands in. 1 for 2. Looking forward to some of the downtime in June, but before you know it, SWAC Football Media Day will be here. At times seems to fly right on by between the end of sports season. Got the spring meetings. Andrew Roberts mentioned that probably will be virtual. Still a lot of virtual stuff taking place. You know, you have more in-person events. SWAC Football Media Day will be in person. But the spring meetings when Andrew Roberts will be virtual. The way it's looking right now. Here's the next pitch. This is high and outside. So Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman officially will join the league July 1 of 2021. Next 6 weeks. Here's the pitch. Left foul. They'll be a part of virtual meetings. Of course, in football, the Braves will be going to Daytona Beach. Now, Florida A&M on the schedule 2021 have 8 games away from home. Here's the next pitch, foul off. Forward to that opening week against North Carolina Central. It was announced on this deal, and first take will be in Atlanta. Stephen A., Max Kellerman, Molly Crum and company. Be a lot of fun. More details coming on that. We're going to talk to John Grant, by the way. Try to catch up with John Grant. We might try to get him tomorrow. There's a mile high. Could bring down rain. It's so high in the air. Foul territory, circling and hauling it in for the Prairie View Panthers is Ibarra. That's 10 straight set down by Kyle Smith. Look at Jose Fernandez. Is set down 6 in a row. Both pitches kind of in a rhythm here. There's the pitch. This is ball 1 to Kyle Jenkins. Walked and struck out. Kyle Jenkins, when he gets a hold of a baseball, can hit it a mile. Came up short a couple of times down the stretch. Jenkins, a ground ball to short. And the throw is there. Side is retired. So we'll take a break. 5.5 complete. 1-0 Panthers. 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Ibarra, Martinez coming up for Prairie View, as well as Braylon Johnson. Take a break. We'll be right back. 1-0 PVU. Alcorn Braves baseball.
What do I cherish? Precious moments watching Dad read to my little Eric. That's why I'm so grateful I insisted on an eye exam when I noticed him struggling with the words on the page. We found out Dad has age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. Luckily, the doctor caught it in time for treatment, so Dad can still read. Protect yourself and your loved ones. Call the Foundation Fighting Blindness today at 1-800-254-6552 for a free packet on preventing and managing AMD. That's 1-800-254-6552.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Toyota Field here in Madison, Alabama. I was just going to say Madison, Mississippi. Been out of the Magnolia State for the last couple of weeks. Thoughts and prayers are with folks down in Louisiana, Lake Charles, Lafayette, Baton Rouge. A lot of rain, more coming. We got a couple of drops here yesterday and this morning, but that's been about it. It's going to be hot. By the end of the week, get into more summer-like stuff, upper 80s, 90s, high humidity. First pitch strike call from Jose Fernandez. Benny Barra, 1 for 2. Pitch is low. I'm going to try to talk with John Grant, try to reach out to him. Maybe tomorrow. We can get him on and talk about the new TV deal. And of course, John Grant deals with the Swagniac Challenge and the Celebration Bowl. Different protocols in place. Is it too early for that? The pitch misses. Side. Braves hanging tough. Braves, the last 2 series, Bama State, A&M. There was a game in which they gave up 4 hits, which give up 4 hits, good enough to win, which Braves lost to both. Here's the pitch from Fernandez, a shot in the right. It's caught by Bitcourt. Both pitchers in a rhythm here. Got to get the bats going. The Braves had some early chances. Stranded 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Martinez at the plate, 1 for 2. Single and grounded to short. Pitch throwing inside, ball 1. Forward to seeing John Grant. Spoke with him in a while. Executive Director of Celebration Bowl, deals with the Swagniac Challenge as well. 2-0 the count. 1-0 Panthers. Bottom 6. Here's the 2-0. High fly ball down the right side, fouling out of the play. Games earlier, the 9 o'clock game, Grambling beat A&M 8-1. And the noon game, Southern beat Bama State 3-0. Jackson State over Texas Southern in the 3 o'clock game, 7-4. Here, Alcorn trails 1-0, bottom 6. There's a ground ball to Colley on 2 hops. The throw is there. Got to give Fernandez credit for hanging tough despite the mistakes around him. The runners left on base. Johnson stands in. Braves win this game. They got Southern tomorrow night at 6 in the nightcap. They lose this game. They got Bama State tomorrow at noon. Want to know the count? Shot in the left center field. This ball's well hit. Base hit. Deep left center field is a throw in the second, and a throw not made. A double for Braden Johnson. Sebastian Ria at the plate. pitch. Side, ball one. Go out in the inning. Good pitch, get out of this inning. I don't know the count. 1-0 Panthers. 1-0. Strike call on the outside corner, 1-1. Braves in the 7th inning will have 4, 5, and 6. Rembert, Wilson, and Colley due up. 1-0 Panthers. The pitch, swing and a miss. Pitch away. Getting out of this inning. There's the 1-2 low. Carroll's in front of Kyle Jenkins. They're doing there for Johnson. Count is 2-2 where Jose Fernandez is battling. No way he should have been left off the all-conference team. Third best ERA in the league. Not even selected. My opinion. It's 2-2 swing and a miss. That adds to my argument. He just got out of another jam. So a hit and one left. We played 6. 1-0. The Braves trail. Braves got to figure out a way to get the base runners and get some of them in. We go to the 7th inning. Rembert, Wilson, Colley coming up after this. Timeout. This is Braves baseball.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan. We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was
the
fine.
most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Some parents plan ahead. Some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Visit beready.iowa.gov. Brought to you by Ready Iowa, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference.
Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Rembert will lead it off. Go to the 7th inning. Top 7. Blowing outside from miss. A relatively low-scoring game tournament. Game 4, day 1. We had an 8-1 game, a 3-0 game, and a 7-4 game. 1-0 here. Top 7. Prairie View with the lead. 1-2 to 0 for 2 is Rembert. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-1. Braves definitely have had the better of the opportunities. Stranded 3 runners in the first 3 innings, including 2 in the first. Have lost 2 runners on the bases. Swing and a miss by Rembert. We're battling back from an injury, trying to get his rhythm and mojo back. Got a lot of press last year. Pitch to Rembert, just missed. Time you look up Brandon Rembert's name, national publication. Full count 3-2. Here's the pitch. Call. Third strike. 1 away. At 6 strikeouts. I tell you what, pitchers today have hit great. In terms of strikeouts, getting out of jams all day long. Hunter Wilson stands in. He's 0 for 2. Wilson swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Wilson was in concussion protocol. Was out for a couple of weeks. Then we have the downtime. So Wilson's trying to play his way back. Pitch strike call. Actually was hitting the head on a ball in practice, leading up to game 1 of the Jackson State that series a couple weeks after that. 0-2 to Wilson, the pitch. Low, 1-2. Hunter Wilson. Holly on deck. 1-0 Prairie View. Top of the 7th inning. Here's the 1-2. Just missed. Home plate umpire says no. Side, 2-2. Grambling's 1. Southern's 1. Jackson State is 1. The Braves trying to join the winner's circle here day 1. Here's the 2-2. Wilson, chopper to second. And toss is there for the second out. So away, and Jarris Colley stands in. Colley 2 out. Base is empty. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Colley was trying to tie this game up. Here's the 0-1. Fastball high. Count is 1-1. Saw Southern University earlier today. Team that has really struggled, played better baseball down the stretch, and got it done today. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Jackson State won by 3, pulled away late. 1-1 game midway through the Grambling A&M game before Grambling scored 7 runs in the 6th and 7th inning. Here's the pitch called. 3rd strike. Side is retired, and that is the 7th strikeout by Kyle Smith. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Andrew Garcia will lead it off. Trevino, Gordon, 7, 8, and 9. 1-0 Prairie View. We'll be back in a minute. This is Alcorn Braves Baseball.
Jack Store is a proud underwriter of WPRL 91.7 FM. Jack Store, located here on the campus of Alcorn State University, where you'll find a full line of convenience and grocery store products. And while you're at Jack's, if you need a fill-up, Jack's has you covered. Jack's is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. until. Go by and see Little Jack, my friend, who's walking in the footsteps of his father, the late Big Jack, and give you the best service he has to offer. So stop by Jack's. When you go by, tell him that you heard it on WPRL 91.7 FM. That's Jack Store, located here on the campus of Alcorn State University. Jack Store is a proud supporter of all Alcorn State University sporting events.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
And WPRL 91.7 FM.
Put the fly ball in a deep right field. And Betancourt had to clear him off the wall in a double. For Garcia, he hit that one long and deep off the base of the wall. Betancourt got turned around, lost the baseball, jammed off the base of the right field wall. Zach Trevino stands in. Lead-off double for Garcia. That one was hit long and deep off the base of the wall. We're at the bottom of the 7th inning. Vino squaring the butt. The wild pitch. Runner to third. Fernandez says that's on me. Talking with Hunter Wilson. I took stole him there. He said that was on me. With the offense struggling, can't afford to give up another run. Right now, 1-0 Prairie View with the lead. Bottom of the 7th. Pitch from Fernandez, one hopper, two short. Colley's throw is there. Good job there. One away. Just held the runner, Garcia at third. Tyler Gordon at the plate. Bottom 7. Get all the games. You can watch it on the YouTube channel, Black Digital Network. Wall-to-wall coverage all the way through the championship game, and the championship game will be on ESPN3.com. Jay Walker will be a part of the coverage there. 10-4 strike. Spring meetings coming up in June. West Football Media Day in July. It's outside. Before you know it, we'll be kicking it off. Braves to North Carolina Central in Atlanta, the SWAC-MEAC Challenge. Forward to that. 1-0 the count. Pitch misses outside. This is the bottom of the lineup. Braves in for the play at the plate. 1-0 Prairie View. The pitch. This is outside. UR had a Braves team that struggled down the stretch. Hadn't played in almost 3 weeks. Panthers, a little bit of a roll. There's the pitch popped up, foul and out of play. And you look up, it's a 1-0 game. Very much in play are the Braves in the bottom of the 7th inning. One that they got kind of helped them defensively. We've lost a couple of runners on the base. Richardson has talked about it, just self-inflicted mistakes. Routine plays not made. Base runners picked off second base. We had a runner at second, picked off. Lost a couple of runners on the base. 3-2 coming up from Jose Fernandez. High. Braves bullpen quiet. Red Richardson has to make a decision. One out in the inning. Red Richardson kind of thinking, all right, do we need to take my visit here and kind of slow this down? He chooses not to right now. With one out, Braves need a double play. We play Wilson. He tagged the runner out there, but the run scores. Wilson chose not to throw home, and the Panthers squeeze home a run as Garcia scores. And the Panthers lead 2-0. Fernandez, I think he was hoping Wilson would try to go home with it. But instead, Wilson tagged out Smith, did make an attempt at home. So 2-0, Prairie View. Pitch to Jefferson. High ball 1. So Jefferson, been on base twice, an error, one single. Pitch in for a strike, 1-1. Panthers 2, Alcorn nothing, bottom 7. 2-0. Fastball misses outside, 3-0. Great bullpen stirring down there. So far, no activity. We're looking dead into the bullpen. Down the left field line. You know, the count now looks like someone's going to get up. This pitch swing and a miss, 3-1. Like maybe some activity starting to stir up in the Panther bullpen as well. 2-2 the count. 2-0 Prairie View. There's a 2-2. Hit foul. Again, the Braves win this game. They'll be right back here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock versus Southern. They lose this game, they'll be back here tomorrow afternoon at noon, take on Bama State. Down to 2-2. 2-0 Panthers. Fernandez brings it home. High. Full count. Three and 2. Gordon will be running on this pitch. Full count. Here it comes. Foul straight back. Braves will have 7, 8, and 9 coming up. 8. Smith. Khalil Smith. Tyler Smith. Bedencourt. Now the Panthers, this 7th with a run. They lead 2-0. The pitch. Here's a shot. Colley traps it. His throw is there. Good play by Colley. Side is retired. Panthers, though, get a run. Run on a hit and one stranded. So the Braves got 6 outs to make the most of them. Bottom of the lineup. Smith, Khalil Smith, Tyler Smith, Neil Bedencourt, 7, 8, 9. If anyone gets on, top of the lineup. Take a break. 2-0 Prairie View, 7. Back after this timeout. This is Braves baseball.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Mississippi Army National Guard. Aired by the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Have you noticed lately how everything is? Empty streets, empty stores, empty schools. But I'm trying to change it by being full of gratitude. Gratitude means saying thanks to the garbage collector, the medical providers, and all those who are helping every day. Things may appear empty around us, but when we're filled with gratitude, nothing is completely empty inside us. Gratitude is in you. From PassItOn.com.
My part-time service in the Army...
Braves got to make the most of these last 6 outs. Here's the pitch strike called to Khalil Smith. He hit one deep left center. Warning track. We're down 2-0. Pitch from Kyle Smith. Got a Kyle Smith, a Khalil, a Tyler Smith. There's a pitch, fly ball down the right side. It's going to land out of play. Remember this game. Tomorrow night at 6. Take on the Jaguars at Southern University. Loser of this game will get Bama State. And they'll be Grambling, Jackson State at 3 o'clock. A&M and Texas Southern. First thing in the morning. All the games on the SWAC Digital Network. Victoria Black, James Barrett. Call. Here's the pitch from Smith. This is line score, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Panthers. Braves, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. 2 errors impacted this game. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Scoop, throw, got him. Low dribbler to second. Garcia throws out Smith. Braves have 2 hits. Garcia popped first with 1 out single. Tyler Daniels single in the right center and stole a base in the third. Braves have not had a base runner since the 3rd inning. They foul off to the right side. "13 in a row is set down." Pitch, not for foul. It's been a struggle to get the bats going down the stretch. Again, there have been a couple of games, a couple of series in which one gave up 4 hits, lost. Been a struggle for sure. Next pitch. Call, 3rd strike. Officially 16 in a row set down by Kyle Smith. 9-hitter Betancourt. Braves it down to the final 4 outs. Down just 2-0. They can just get something going. Pitch high and inside, ball 1. You can easily make the case. Braves shouldn't have had both their runs. Braves just clean. Pitch, or you can make the case the Braves should have at least a run or 2. They've lost 2 runners on the bases. Committed 2 errors. The pitch. Foul off to the left side. Appreciate Andrew Roberts sharing some knowledge with us. He is Relations Director of the SWAC. The Football Media Day in July will be held at the Westin, Birmingham, a change from the Marriott Grandview Parkway. Did mention that the Sheridan is adjacent to that. To the Westin can be used as a overflow. Fastball misses. Both Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M officially will join the conference July 1, although they'll be on the upcoming Zoom virtual conference spring meeting coming up in June. Looking forward to the SWAC MEAC Challenge coming up, Alcorn and Central. Here's the pitch high. And it was announced a new deal between SWAC, MEAC, and the ESPN family of networks. This year's SWAC MEAC Challenge, ESPN's first take, will be in Atlanta for a show. Here's the pitch. This is ball 4. That breaks the string of 16 in a row set down. Talk about 16 in a row, 16 batters that the pitcher has set down. That's the first base runner for the Braves since the 3rd inning. That brings up the tying run and the top of the lineup, Tyler Daniels. Daniels 1 for 3 with a stolen base. He has struck out twice, singled once, stole a base. 2-0 Prairie View. 2 outs. Tying run on. Pitch to Daniels, low and inside, ball 1. Been getting loose for Prairie View. Down to the final 4 outs. If Daniels can keep this inning alive. The pitch. Chopper to second. Underhand toss. Inning over. A walk. 1 stranded. Braves just Can't get anything going at the plate. Plate 7.5. 2-0 Prairie View. Fernandez pitched his heart out. He's given up 5 hits. Barra Martinez. Braden Johnson coming up after this. 1-minute timeout. This is Braves baseball.
No one can control the weather. Southwest Electric is ready to respond when a storm strikes. Southwest Electric has dispatchers working and linemen on call 24/7 to respond to outages. Our men are sent out to repair damage and get the lights back on just as soon as it is safe to go out. You can report outages by calling 800-287-8564 or logging on to SmartHub. Southwest Electric, serving our cooperative members for over 80 years.
An equal opportunity provider and employer.
Welcome to the national park near you. 444 miles of history and nature. Enjoy a relaxing drive, a picnic, and learn some exciting history. The Natchez Trace 11-foot travel lanes were designed for leisure motoring. The Natchez Trace is one of the top bicycle routes in the United States. When cycling or motorcycling, be safe and be seen. A Sunday drive any day of the week. The Natchez Trace Parkway, the national park near you.
Sponsored by Natchez Trace Cycling, aired by the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-0 the Panthers. Popper to Colley. Throw. 1 out. 1 pitch. 1 out. Jose Fernandez deserves a better fate. Hits his heart out. 5 hits given up. We had chances early. He lost 2 runners on the bases. Committed 2 errors. That's the story. Not much to talk about. The little thing. Been an issue all year. Braves have 3 more outs, though. Try to turn it around. 1 out, base is empty. It's to Martinez. Low. Martinez 1 for 3. Single, grounded to short twice. Braves will have Garcia leading it off. Jenkins, Rembert to follow. Got the beat of the lineup coming up in the 9th. The pitch, stopper, Colley ranging to his left. Long throw across, scoop by Hunter Wilson. Got him! Good play. Good extension by Hunter Wilson. Good strong throw by Colley. 2 away. He's made some tough plays, but he had an easy ground ball that he couldn't handle. Now, 1 out away from getting out of this inning. Setting it up for the 9th. Pitch misses ball 1 to Braden Johnson. Braves don't win this game. We've got Bama State at noon tomorrow for the 7th time this season. They were shorthanded and lost to Southern. Here's the pitch. Strike call. So on the outside corner, Prairie View fans didn't like that call. Here's the next pitch, foul straight back. Count is 2-1, 2 out. Right back at you in the morning. Black Digital Network. Full slate of games, full elimination games. Teams will be heading home tomorrow. Braves are not one of them. Next pitch low. Braves haven't lost this one yet. They don't get thing going in the 9th, they will be in the loser's bracket. Ain't very much for the taking for the Braves right now. Count is 2-2, 2 out to the bottom of the 8th. 2-0 Panthers. The pitch. Popped up. This should end the inning. Left side, shallow left. Colley gives way. Tyler Smith. Inning over. Great job by Fernandez. He did his part. Can the bats do theirs in the 9th? Can Jenkins, Rembert, Wilson do theirs in the 9th? Maybe Colley will get a crack at it in the 9th. We need 2 to tie, 3 to grab the lead. Top of the 9th inning coming up. Prairie View 2, Alcorn nothing. Top of the hour. It's an hour and 49-minute game. It's the shortest game of the day. Take a break. We'll be back. Braves have one more crack. Can they take advantage? We'll find out in 1 minute. 2-0 Panthers. This is Braves baseball.
My son Aiden has asthma. Secondhand smoke has triggered his asthma so badly, he ended up in the emergency and spent multiple nights in intensive care. Now he's on a whole bunch of medication. My tip to you is, don't be shy about telling people not to smoke around your kids.
Half of U.S. kids are exposed to secondhand smoke. If you or someone you know wants help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome to the national park near you. 444 miles of history and nature. Enjoy a relaxing drive, a picnic, and learn some exciting history. The Natchez Trace 11-foot travel lanes were designed for leisure motoring. The Natchez Trace is one of the top bicycle routes in the United States. When cycling or motorcycling, be safe and be seen. A Sunday drive any day of the week. The Natchez Trace Parkway, the national park near you.
Sponsored by Natchez Trace Cycling, aired by the Mississippi Association of Broadcasters and this station.
You are tuned in to WPRL 91.7 FM, broadcasting from the campus of Alcorn State University.
We are at the top of the 9th inning. Panthers got a run in the 4th, a run in the 7th. They're up 2-0. Braves can't get anything going against this pitcher, Kyle Smith. They've had just one base runner since the 3rd inning. They haven't had a hit since the 3rd inning. Garcia, a ground ball foul outside of first. Again, the Braves lose this game. They will play Bama State tomorrow at noon. Bama State lost to Southern 3-0. If they rally and win this game, they will play Southern tomorrow night at 6. Here is the 0-2 to Garcia. Ground ball. Diving stop at first. Toss to the pitcher. One away. He robbed Garcia of a base hit. One away. Martinez left his feet, pounced up. Their hand toss to the pitcher, Smith covering. One away. Kyle Jenkins at the plate for the Braves. 0 for 2 with a walk. Need a base runner. At least bring the tying run to the plate. We're here for Brett Richardson coming up on the post-game show. The pitch to Jenkins is outside. This game started at 7-11. Not quite a 2-hour game. Both pitchers getting it done. The Braves struggling to get it done at the plate. This pitch just inside. Braves with just 2 hits. Have not had a hit since the 3rd inning. The only 2 hits are by Daniels and by Garcia. His pitch. Strike call, 2-1. Braves bullpen standing up just in case the Braves get a base runner on. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Right side. Is there a play? No. Going to land 6 throws up. Van had a chance to catch it on the hop. Could not. Count is even 2-2. 1 out. Two and 2 the count. 2-0 Panthers. The pitch. Ground ball is short. Or cross, low. 2 out. Braves are down to their final out. Brandon Rembert stands in. He's 0 for 3. Braves got to shake it off. Got to get ready for Bama State, a team that, again, one of those games in which we gave up 4 hits. Bama State was short-handed in their loss to Southern. Season's on the line now. Be on the air at roughly 11:45 tomorrow. First pitch strike call. 2-0 Prairie View, top of the ninth inning. Kyle Smith going all the way, brings it home. It's outside 1-1. Against a good pitcher, you got to take advantage of your chances early. The Braves had their chances early. Here's the pitch, strike call. To the count. Here's the pitch. Call, third, strike. Kyle Smith goes all the way. Sends the Braves to the loser's bracket. Jose Fernandez pitches his heart out. Braves fall short, 2-0. Now brackets are set for tomorrow. Southern will play Prairie View tomorrow at 6. The Braves will play Bama State tomorrow at noon. A&M, Texas Southern tomorrow at 9. Grambling, Jackson State at 3 o'clock tomorrow as the Braves fall by the final score of 2-0.